love you enough, for believing in me enough to speak it out loud. I love you. So I heard this song say, I must have rehearsed my lines maybe 1,000 times until I had them memorized, only to stand before you and invite you into my life. Share my world like Mary J. Blige. I just want you to take a look and see what I see. So I do my damnedest to capture this verbal photography vividly. And if it takes every one of those 1,000 words, I spit it willingly. Because even though this began as emotional regurgitation for me, you have become the reason for my recitation of poetry. The reason I gave my notebook mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Breathe life into those words and then nurture them to complete maturation. Just so I could stand before you and we have this conversation. But if somehow I've become entertainment for you, then please allow this next gesture to be the replication of the annihilation of discord juster symbolically. I remove my hat with bells and these curl-toe shoes. And this costume has got to go too, because I assume there's something about it that has fooled you. You see, my sister Epiphany put it quite simplistically when she said, she looks at me and sees my heart has been replaced with art. And that's funny, because if I wasn't afraid to put me on some list for suicide risk, I'd slit my wrist. If it would make you see my veins bleed this passion for poetry, no bullshit. You see haikus, free verses, and limericks, cascading on the many millions of playlists, and then stanza upon stanza, embedded in my blood's plasma, then an illustration for every story I'll ever tell, etched into every single wet and white blood cell. I told you, my veins bleed this passion for poetry, and if only you knew how much I do love you. And if I never had the chance to tell you I love you, then pardon me. But the way I see it, I'm the poet and you sitting in the audience makes you my diary. Understand that none of this was done haphazardly, and that you are the reason that any of this is even happening. See, we go together like two things that match, like J. Cole and rap, like a fat kid and snacks. So tell me, what good is this poet without finger snaps or hand claps? Don't worry, I'll wait. And if any of you answered nothing while you were sitting there listening, then you've answered correctly, but I'll gladly accept any of its synonyms, because I need you to know that me standing here spitting and flowing in poems don't mean shit if you ain't feeling them. Feel me? And for that reason, I must have rehearsed my lines maybe 1,000 times until I had them memorized, just to dig deeper than my soul surfaces, so I could stand before you and give you 2 thumbs up performances. I know I said that in another poem that I did, but ever since I spit it, I've been on the same shit. And therefore, I ain't have an issue with me saying it once more. And just in case you didn't feel the sincerity of the emotions in the words that I spoke, then give me a minute. And you could come pick them up off the floor. And that's the peace.